Mad because I want to get my. Look at him following me. Look at him following me though. Petty. Okay, but I told you I wasn't interested. I wasn't interested. You sit here following, walking me out. Okay, listen, dude, go on. You see this fly? No, I don't see. Ain't nothing about you fly. That's why I told you no. No, I don't need help, baby. You follow me out the store, it shows me you thirsty. You thirsty. You thirsty. Like, gone. No, you disrespecting me, even following me out through the mall, though. Gone. I ain't give you no attention. You petty. What are you talking about, man? Hey, oh, money don't move me, baby. Money don't move me. Money don't move. You look at you. This, I don't need nothing. Baby, I work for a living. I don't need nothing. It ain't getting you this, though. Okay. Look at him showing money. He ain't used to even he not even used to having it. Look at him. You gonna follow me through the whole lot, man? Go.
This previous video is really sad. The way this man really approached this lady in public was really not called for. It is really disrespectful. No man is supposed to treat a woman who rejects them like that. It is so disrespectful. Like, I was watching it and I was wondering, what was this man even thinking when he was trying to do this to this woman? He was harassing this woman just because he was rejected. And then this part where he threw the money on her, that is so disrespectful. It shows like this man was really a bad person. Like, who does that? And then you realize this thing really happens to many women outside there, and I think most women have experienced such a situation in life where you reject a man in public and he embarrasses you like that and he disrespects you like that. It's so annoying. And sometimes I think like if they show you money, you're going to maybe give them the number or you're going to allow, but this thing is beyond money. Like, people have to be respectful. Like, I think that's why women reject some men, because their approach is really disrespectful from the beginning. Because I know this kind of man you've seen, I think even from the beginning, his approach was really respectful. That is why even he was rejected, because really that was so disrespectful. So again, guys, I really want us to advise each other. How do you think we have to approach such a situation as women in case we find such a man who is determined to shout at us, and a man who is determined to abuse us in case we reject them in public? And I think such men, when you reject them, they really want to annoy you. That's their goal. So they start shouting at you, abusing you, labeling you names, because they want to get on your nerves. They want to annoy you so bad so that you can reply them. And I think the best response to such a scenario is keep going, keep moving faster, because sometimes it's so scary when they're coming, following you. So keep moving faster, but make sure whenever they're shouting at you and abusing you while you're moving, keep moving. Don't reply them. Don't allow them to trigger you to reply them, because the more you reply them, the more you get pissed off, because they're trying to annoy you the most. So I think keeping quiet helps you to calm down as you're moving faster.
The video of this married woman. She said, if a man approaches me and I'm not with my husband, I would rather give him my number and block him, because I want to make it home safely to my husband and children. And a lot of women in the comment section were like, yes, I do this because it's just not safe. Do you know, like, this shit pisses me off that women even have to do this simply because men cannot handle rejection. It is very telling how some of y'all cannot handle the word no. I have a boyfriend doesn't work. I have a girlfriend doesn't work. I'm married. I'm not interested. I'm simply not attracted. Doesn't work. And you could lose your life as a woman because you said no to a man. This how y'all raised y'all sons? I'm sure when a lot of women get approached by men today, they're not flattered. They're scared. It is so sick how a woman has to do something that she doesn't want to do simply because she wants to make it home safely.
Because it's built up anger. I've been getting rejected since I've been in high school, and I got rejected by every girl on my college campus. Like, yes, I'm mad because don't know girls want me, and I gotta beat it every night. I'm just being honest. And
seriously, look, this is not the way you should go about rejection as a guy. Please, if you're watching this video as a guy, I also seen a few of his videos before. It popped on my For You page like months ago. And he's been complaining about the same thing. He's not getting women. He's getting rejected all the time. Like, honestly, does he not sit back and think and analyze why is he getting rejected? Is it because the way you're approaching a woman? There's plenty of factors of why. And I wanted to point out that I seen one of his videos that he posted. He approached like 3 black girls in public at night somewhere. And his approach was terrible. He didn't even ask for her name. He was like, hey, I just thought you was beautiful. Can I get your number? Like, this is not how you go about it. She's a complete stranger, just like you are. And the friend had to step in because he kept asking, oh, if it was Duke Dennis, if it was Chris Brown, if it was NBA Youngboy, you would have gave him the number or whatever. Like, dude, respectfully take your L and just keep it pushing, bro. Even if she doesn't have a boyfriend or not, she could be like, who cares? Because why would you want to be with somebody that's not into you anyways? You see what I'm saying? Even for myself, I'm trying to work on getting my spark back when it comes to approaching women and making them like feel comfortable, you know what I'm saying? Making the conversation a lot more fun. Because there'll be times I'll be a little too serious when I'm talking to women. I need to work on that, I know. But I just had to point that out. But in all seriousness though, he needs to work on himself so bad, bro. He seems to have a lack of self-confidence.
This woman told this man multiple times that she is not interested, to get away from her, to leave her alone. And he did not listen. He did not listen. I don't understand. Fellas, no means no. Point blank, period. When a woman says she's not interested, she's not interested. Take it at that and leave. A lot of men are a danger when they get rejected. Now, honestly, bro, I was scared for this woman because he looked like he was finna do something. I'm not gonna lie. And the way she was talking to him, which was rightfully deserved, he rightfully deserved what she was saying, I was just scared. Because a lot of men, like I said, are a danger when they get rejected, because a lot of men can't handle rejection. No mean no. When a woman tell you to leave her alone, bro, just walk away. It's not that hard. You can't win them all. It's okay. There's another woman for you. She just not the woman for you. Point blank, period. I mean, goodness gracious. Like, I can't stand seeing videos like this because, honestly, I be scared. I be scared for the woman every single time.
He's trying to tell men that if a woman rejects you, if a woman says no to you, leave the woman alone. Give her peace because she doesn't want you. And he's also wondering why these men continue to approach women in case they reject them, because it's not a good thing. The men who are so annoying, like if a woman rejects them and says no to them, they continue talking to them in public and trying to harass them with words. And I continue telling you as women, like, if you find such a man, this man is not okay. Because if someone is okay and you tell them no, they have to understand it and leave. But if they continue approaching you, even if you tell them no, just tell them no once. Tell them leave me once. If they don't understand that, if they're approaching you and they're walking towards you, you have to run away. You have to walk faster so that you leave such men, because such men are dangerous. The more you continue trying to speak to them and make them understand that you're rejecting them, the more they will become so aggressive. So the first safety measure you have to do as a woman, don't reply them 2 times. The moment you reply them once and you get realized you're dealing with someone who's a total mess, he can't really understand what you're talking about, just run for your life. Run. If you're walking, if you can walk faster. If you can run faster. Make sure you get away from this man as quickly as possible.
So I went to a restaurant, an African restaurant, to get food, and I noticed a man shouting. I decided to investigate, and I found out you asked a girl for her number standing in the restaurant. You asked her for her number and she did not give you. And the next thing, you are angry. Because she stood in your way mistakenly, you get angry. Leave my way, leave my way. Before you know, you're calling her a prostitute. Like, These Nigerian men, eh? So because you ask a lady for her number, or you ask her out and she's not interested, automatically she is now the worst person in life. When will that mentality change? Why do you people like to be unfortunate in life? Like, why on our head know the correct? Now, wow!
Women gotta start rejecting guys a little bit nicer. Because I'm gonna keep it real with you. A lot of these guys out here, they don't like being disrespected. So if you reject them in a mean way, you never know how they gonna react.
Anytime you start blaming the victim in any way, shape, or form, you're wrong. Second, we have been told for so long that we are entitled to women. We have a mindset that women should say yes. That is wrong on our part. And because of how society is, it doesn't matter if a woman rejects you nicely or in a mean way. We still see it as disrespect. And that is not a woman's problem, that is a us problem. And it says a lot about you that you would rather tell the person that is experiencing the violence how to act and not the person perpetrating the violence.
I think this man in this video was really rude in his delivery, because if you don't face a problem and someone else comes in and tells you they're having a challenge or they're having a problem, you don't have to dismiss their problems because you are not them. So you can't put yourself in their shoes. All you have to do is to keep quiet and try to understand. If you can't understand, again, you better stay silent because this is not your problem. Again, this guy saying that women should get bodyguards, again, it's rude. If some men are harassing women for rejecting them, these men have to be held accountable. They have to do better. Whenever you try to blame a victim, it is not appropriate at all. It's really wrong because already this person is a victim. So you need to take care of the victim first before even you talk about anything. So the only way you can take care of this situation is by addressing the men who are causing this first. Because you have to understand, if you're telling women to reply in a nicer way, that cannot even work, because the man cannot take rejection even if you reply well, because we've seen them. A woman replies them nicely, but because they can't take rejection because of their own insecurities, they start getting mad, shouting at the woman. They start harassing the woman because they've rejected them. So it doesn't matter how you reject them. A man who is going to harass you for rejecting them, even if you reject them nicely, even if you reject them in any kind of way, rejection to such men is always not nice. The word rejection is just not nice to them. So the moment you just say no, even if you said it well, these men who are determined to harass women for rejecting them, they will. And also, it's like he's saying, like, if a woman rejects a man, it's disrespectful. And I'm like, since when did saying no be disrespectful? If you say no, it's your right as a person to accept someone in your life or to reject someone in your life. It's just a right someone has.
So it just happened again. I'm walking down the street, minding my business, running my errands, getting what I need to get. This guy gonna say, run. He ran after me, like ran. And I'm like, no, what? I said, no, I'm not interested. Have a good day. Look at you. I don't even want you anyway. I ain't even say nothing to you. Sir, you literally just ran up behind me. My heart is racing because you was running up behind me. What is wrong with men? Like, I feel like I was about to start having to run. Like, I'm breathing heavy because I was walking fast. But for you to say, I ain't want you anyway, look, that's crazy. Like, how old he had to be 40 something. Don't do that. If you're a man and you keep saying not all, be the change. Start with yourself. If a woman is walking faster, leave her alone. Turn the other way. That's not an invitation to chase her. And then proceed to try to say she ain't shit and she don't look.
Let me tell you something. Rich men cannot take rejection. These men cannot take rejection. I have my money. I am driving a GLE. I have multiple businesses. How dare you not want me? Because I'm not attracted to you.
So true, there are some rich men who cannot take rejection. it doesn't settle well with them, because they can be wondering, with all my money, how can you reject me? I have my money. And then they're not used to rejection, because you realize that most rich people who are around them are yes people. They never say no to them. So they take long to get a no in their lives because they have money. In most cases, when you have money, you'll be surrounded with yes people. Even when you go somewhere, most of the people will be yes people because they really want to impress people with money all the time. That's why when this man is rejected by a woman, he can never understand it because he's not used to it. And then because he has also loss of esteem, because he thinks money can get him everything. So when you reject him, it's really not a cool thing. He really feels bad.
That's the problem. You all are taking rejection personally when it's not about you at all. It's about them and their standards. And because you as a man take rejection as an attack on you, you feel compelled to attack women for not meeting their standards. This is why men have an issue with women's standards, because most times than not, they can't meet them. So instead of working on themselves to be better people, they just attack more women. If your self-esteem is that low that you can't handle rejection, then you probably should not be.
I want us to believe that most of the men that approach y'all, when y'all reject them, they have turned to a threat. Not some, not a lot, but most. No, we don't believe you. And if that's the case, go get bodyguard.
Sir, you're aggressive as can tell you don't take rejection well at all. And from you saying go get a bodyguard, you're one of the guys we're speaking of. That is scary. But try living in a place like women, being catcalled that when you walk down the street, and if they don't like the response you give, it's, oh, you're ugly anyway. Or they might get aggressive. They might try to harm you. It depends on how mentally stable or not they are. So yes, it is very believable, and this is why we don't talk to men. This is why we don't like talking to you guys, because you don't listen. You don't listen to the experiences that we have had time and time again.
Have y'all noticed men are not taking rejection to the chin like they used to? Men are out here harming women, harassing women, stalking women, thinking that women are property. It amazes me that we are in 2025 and yet men still, too many, not all. So don't come for me in my comments because I'll block you. But too many men still look at women as property, things to be acquired. They don't respect them, and downright creeps. That's why y'all women need to be more selective about who you're dating. Stop going by if he got muscles and see if he got a mind. See if he respects you. Listen to what you have to say. Does not crash out if something goes wrong in your relationship, whatever you got going on. Be careful out there.
So I got a question. Have y'all ever had somebody get in your DMs, and when you talking to them, or even in person, and then you reject them, and then they get mad and start calling you out your name? And this is really for the females, really, because the guys do this to girls all the time. I don't know why. I don't know why that when a dude gets rejected, they turn to calling them out their name, calling the female all types of names. Like, bro, that don't even make sense. I seen this girl just post on Facebook. She screenshotted the chat, screenshot his profile, put him up so everybody can see his profile and see all the messages that he sent her, and then all the names he called her after she rejected him, bro. Like, I'd be curious, do y'all really think that's gonna help you? You know what I'm saying? Like, even if she rejects you, you may not even talk to her again, but the fact that now she screenshotted it, put it on her Facebook, so that means all her friends go see it, and possibly people that you may know might see it, friends, family. So then they looking at you like, damn, like, you going out bad right now, bro. You cannot do that. You cannot. You gotta look. If you the guys, right, and you going out or you talking to somebody on Instagram, Facebook, whatever, you in the DM, you get rejected, bro, just take it and just be like, hey, just be player about it. All you gotta do is, oh, okay, you know, all good, have a good night, or whatever. You don't even have to respond. You could block them if you want to. You could do whatever you want, but you ain't got to curse them out, bro. That looks so lame. You can't do that. That's not player, man. Like, for real. Like, if you do that, you got to work on yourself, bro. You got to work on your confidence. You got to work on that, because that just shows like you so salty to the point where you gotta start cursing her out just because you mad because she don't like you. Maybe because you ugly, or maybe because she just not your type. She just look at you and be like, no, I'm good. She got a man, she talking to her ex, whatever, who knows? But you can't be mad at that. Especially for guys, we go get rejected more than a female. So, you know what I'm saying? We kind of more used to it than a female would be. You get what I'm saying? So, y'all guys got to stop doing that, bro. Like, for real. Because it just make everybody look bad. And then when the next guy hop in the DM, she be like, oh, he probably go curse me out too if I don't want him. So then she definitely not going to respond. She not even going to get the next dude a chance. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all got to stop doing that, bro. Y'all messing it up for everybody else.
Most women know this, but some women don't. Some men don't take rejection well. This is why in public, us women, when we're getting hollered at or somebody is trying to put down with us, we simply do not respond, or we smile and say, hey, no, I have a boyfriend, but thank you so much. Because some men don't take rejection well. They will attack you if you reject them. How many women have dealt with that? I've dealt with these things throughout my years where I reject somebody and they'll try to attack me. I was just in the hair store and the guy was like, oh, what can I help you with, baby? I told him, hey, I'm looking for this hair. He pointed me to the direction where the hair was. I paid for my shit and left. My husband was on the phone. He said, why didn't you check this man? Check this man? Why do you want me to be confrontational with a man? No, I'm going to get my shit and go. I'm not going to be confrontational or start anything with men because you don't never know what they'll do.
Have you ever wondered why some men get so angry and aggressive when they are rejected? Like this man who has been in that video. I think that is why I always tell women, like, we need to be careful when we're dealing with such men, because it's beyond rejecting them. It is something that they're dealing with. They are dealing with their own issues. They're dealing with their anger issues. You don't want to just be close to such people at any given point of time. If someone is so angry like that for being rejected, you just have to make sure you find a faster way of leaving the space they're in, because anything can happen. Because if someone gets angry like that for being rejected, meaning it's beyond you, it is something they're dealing with and you cannot handle it. Maybe they have anger issues. Maybe they have trauma that they're dealing with. So when you reject them, their trauma is triggered. Their anger is triggered. And you don't know what can come out of this rejection if you're next to them. So you have to get away from that space where that man is. Don't reply him again. Sometimes you can be so mad at such men and you feel like you want to reply them. You want to also show them like you are mad at them. But they don't deserve your energy, because such men, sometimes they are not mentally doing well. Sometimes they have their anger issues. So the moment you start replying them, you don't know, you might be putting yourself in danger. So the only solution, the only safety measure you have to do first is to get away from the space they are in as fast as possible. So why do you think some men can't take rejection? For me, I think that some men can't take rejection because they have a low self-esteem. And so when you say no to them as a woman, when they're trying to pursue you, you're reminding them of their low self-esteem. And this doesn't settle well with them. It pisses them off because you are reminding them of what they're dealing with. Because when someone has a low self-esteem, they don't think they are good enough for anyone. So you're reminding them how they're not good enough. So this really, it triggers them. And sometimes they end up being so mad at you. They end up abusing you. They end up trying to make you feel so bad about yourself. Those are the men you will find when you reject them. They will start telling you, oh, you're ugly anyway. Or I didn't like you anyway. Or I was just testing you, but you're not so good. Those are the men. You will find them saying that to you when you reject them, because they are trying to find company. Like I always tell you, misery loves company. He's looking for someone to feel the way he feels. And so when you reject him, and he's trying to tell you how you're not good enough because he wants you to feel like him. And women can take it so personal when men abuse them after they've rejected them. They start thinking like, oh, if he told me I'm ugly, am I really ugly? Am I not? What I want to tell you, women, is that don't feel bad when a man abuses you, when you reject him. Don't take his words seriously, because this has nothing to do with you. It's It's him dealing with his insecurities. So when he tells you you're ugly, no, he's lying to you. He's just angry that you denied him access to your life. He's just angry that you're not allowing him in your life. He's just angry that you're reminding him of his insecurities. There is nothing that he's saying to you that makes sense. You don't have to lose sleep because of such words. But then you still have a right to say no to a man that you feel like you're not compatible with. It is your right. So you don't have to get threatened by men thinking like, okay, if I say no, like they're going to abuse me, they're going to tell me that I'm ugly. That is not your problem, it's their problem. As long as you tell them, no, I don't need you in my life, that's all you have to do. Whatever they say after that, it's them, not you. I think some other men don't take rejection well because they are spoilt men. From the time they were born in their families, no one told them no. They were always telling them yes. So they grow up being spoiled, like they don't want any person to say no to them. So the moment they approach a woman and the woman says no, they can't take that. And instead, they start to become so aggressive. And other men who don't take rejection well are men who have anger issues. A man who has anger issues can never take no for an answer, especially if it comes from a woman. That triggers them. I don't know, they always think like a woman is weak to them. So they find it like if you say no to them, that is when they will think like you're being disrespectful. Yet you're not being disrespectful. You say no to a man you feel like you're not compatible with. But for them, they'll think like you're being disrespectful because of their anger issues. Then you get realized the moment you say no to them, they start to show you who they are. They become so angry. And as a woman, you can be wondering, why are they so angry? Why is my no causing all this? It's not your problem. It's not your no. It's their anger issues. They have anger problems. So that's why anyone who rejects them, it triggers their anger issues. And as we wrap this off, I want to remind you women that if you ever find yourself in a place with a man who is trying to pursue you and you reject them, make sure you try as much as possible not to pick on his energy. If he's trying to be aggressive in his words when he's talking to you, don't be aggressive. Don't reply him. Just keep quiet and continue moving away from his pace. Because it's going to be your first safety measure when it comes to such people. Because most men who can't take rejection are men who are capable of doing something bad to you. They can put you in danger because of your rejection. So in most cases, you have a right as a woman to say no, but they don't get it. So if you're with them in the same space and you reject them, you say no, you have to realize the person you're dealing with. The moment you say no at first, and then they continue being so mad at you and angry in their words, don't reply them, because now you've noticed you're dealing with someone who is not okay. Because if someone is really okay, they have to understand that you have a right to say no. So if they don't understand it, meaning you're dealing with someone who is not okay. So you need to find ways to leave this person immediately. Because the more you try to make them understand why you've rejected them, the more they can get so aggressive. So since you don't know them, these are strangers, you've never met them anywhere, they've just approached you, they don't deserve your time, they don't deserve your energy. The moment you respectfully say no to them and they are trying to continue to talk to you and convince you into allowing them, try to just let them be. Leave that space they're in as fast as possible, because your safety comes first. And that's it for today, guys. And if you have anything to add on this topic, you can share your thoughts in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. And it's been your girl Joanne Complete. As always, I would like to wish you a wonderful day. Take care of your beautiful lives. Until next time, I love you guys. Bye.